What if one day you were looking up at the night sky and saw something strange? The round and familiar moon seemed to have transformed into a massive space station with people walking on its surface. It might sound like a scene from a science fiction movie, but what if it were real? How would we live on the moon? How would we get there? And how would our lives change if the moon became a habitable place? Let's imagine what would happen if this extraordinary event took place. First of all, we need to figure out how to turn the moon into a space station. One idea could be to hollow out the inside of the moon and create an artificial atmosphere, but how could we do that without destroying the moon? One possible solution involves using powerful lasers to vaporize the surface of the moon, creating a thin layer of breathable air. Another approach might be to use giant magnets to attract and hold on to Earth's atmosphere, forming a protective bubble around the moon. But once we've created a habitable environment on the moon, how would we get there? We'd need a way to travel back and forth between Earth and the moon. For this, we could develop new and improved spaceships that are faster and more efficient. Maybe we even invent teleportation technology that would allow us to travel instantly from one planet to the other. And what about living on the moon? How would we grow food, generate energy, and provide water for our new lunar colony? We need to set up farms to grow crops and provide food for the people living on the moon. Hydroponic farming, which doesn't require soil, could be a good option. We'd also need to find a way to generate energy, perhaps using solar panels or wind turbines. Water would be essential for survival, so we need to find a way to extract it from the moon's surface or transport it from Earth. But even with these challenges, life on the moon could be amazing. We'd have the opportunity to conduct scientific experiments and research in a whole new environment, and we'd also have stunning views of the Earth and the rest of the universe. Imagine waking up in the morning and seeing Earth rise, knowing that you're living on a space station that's orbiting our planet. It would be an incredible experience. Of course, there would also be downsides to living on the moon. The journey to the moon would take several days, so it would be difficult to visit family and friends on Earth. The lack of gravity could also cause problems, such as muscle and bone loss. We need to find ways to counteract these effects and ensure that people could live on the moon safely. But what if the moon didn't just become a space station, but an entire city? We could have sprawling lunar cities with parks, schools, and even farms. It might sound like a fantasy, but with advances in technology, it could become a reality. Imagine taking a stroll through a park on the moon, looking up at the Earth in the sky and feeling the gentle breeze on your face. It would be a surreal and beautiful experience. Of course, there would still be challenges to overcome, such as the lack of privacy and the constant hum of machinery. But the beauty of the lunar landscape and the wonder of living in a space station would make it all worthwhile. If the moon became a space station, it would undoubtedly be one of the greatest adventures in human history. It would require a Herculean effort to make it a reality, but the rewards would be immense. From scientific discoveries to new technologies, the possibilities are endless. It's a dream that may seem far-fetched, but with human ingenuity and determination, anything is possible. Now, comment below, would you like to live on the moon in a space station? Or maybe you have another great idea for a video. Write it down in the comments and we'll be sure to check them out. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell button to never miss any of our awesome videos.